Good evening everyone and welcome back to Match Centre Live. It has been a while. We are back for the, end of the festive period, but what a game to return to. It's Arsenal against Chelsea, and despite the contrasting form this season, this game always promises a lot. It is live commentary here on Match Centre Live as always. If you have any comments or questions about the game, any predictions or anything you want to say, make sure to put it in the live chat and I'll respond as soon as I see it. And a chance for, if you're unable to watch the game for whatever reason, to be able to speak to others, speak to me, whilst I bring you the game Arsenal against Chelsea, which is underway in about 1 minute time. And we'll take you through the lineups just as we get underway. Arsenal come in to the game in 15th place. They're now only 3 points above the drop zone, whereas Chelsea have a chance to move from 5th to 2nd today, level of points with Leicester if they beat Arsenal, just as they did last season at the Emirates. And that was a very entertaining turnaround. The year before was particularly special as well, a very entertaining 2-2 draw. That may have been the year before that, in fact. But we're about maybe 30 seconds, possibly less, from kickoff. It is live commentary of Arsenal against Chelsea at the Emirates. The Arsenal side is in goal Leno, a back three of Holding, Villa and Tierney. Bellerin and Saka the wing backs, with Xhaka and Elneny in the middle. Of course, Xhaka back from suspension. And then a front three of Smith Rowe, Lacazette and Martinelli. The players are ready to get underway. Just to let you know, as they're about to take the knee to the referee's whistle, we'll take you through the Chelsea lineup after that, as the players still stand for the Black Lives Matter movement, or the movement from the Premier League, which is Say No to Racism. So they've taken the knee, and now we're underway with Thiago Silva as it's kicked back to him. He goes long, as he scored a goal in Chelsea's last game. That was one of his first for the club. Chelsea, who are still a fair few points behind Liverpool going into this. Of course, it's interesting to see who, apart from Liverpool and maybe Manchester City, wants to actually talk about being title contenders in the week leading up to this game. Frank Lampard said he's still a way off. Here's Arsenal on the ball down the right with Bellerin, who looks to get an early cross in. Headed away by Silva towards the back post, and then it was an early chance for Martinelli, who's back from an injury. He had to come off in the week against Manchester City. Good start from Arsenal. Saka picked it up in the middle, spread it out wide towards Bellerin, who swung in across towards the back post. Martinelli just didn't get the volley right. In the end, scuffed it, and it just slowly dragged wide of Mendy's post. And that gives me a chance to take you through the Chelsea lineup. Mendy in goal, a back four of James, Zuma, Thiago Silva and Chilwell. Sitting back are Kante and Kovacic, with the attacking players Mount, Werner, Pulisic and Tammy Abraham, who of course scored the winner here last season. Ball bubbling around inside the Arsenal half. Saka looks to take it down. He's giving it away to Werner though. He looks for the overlapping Chilwell, but Bellerin intercepts. Here's Elneny for Arsenal. Switches it down the left towards Tierney. He's got Martinelli ahead of him. He cuts back though. Tierney on the ball for Arsenal and plays it back to Villa. He was put under pressure, so he put in a rather hefty pass into Holding, who controlled it well. Now it's Xhaka on his return, who plays it to Bellerin. Arsenal by the halfway line now, as Chelsea look to press with Mounts, but a good bit of footwork from Hector Bellerin keeps Arsenal the ball. Here's Xhaka in towards Martinelli. That's a good flick down the left. Tierney gets a ball in, appeals for handball, but in the end it comes off James for a corner, and the first of the evening. 2 minutes gone here at the Emirates. Good start from Arsenal, already having a chance now, having a corner. Of course, not winning since their away trip to Manchester United back in early November. So an important game for them, and despite them having a poor start, you still never know in this game. And if you want my prediction, I think Arsenal might go on and win this evening. But they have an early corner, which is going to be taken by Saka down the left-hand side. It's going to be an outswinger 2.5 minutes in. If you've got any questions about the game, make sure to put it in the live chat or about the channel. As here comes the corner from Saka, swung in, headed away by Zuma, who got out there first. Kante trying to chase the loose ball, bubbling around on the edge of the box. In the end, it is cleared to Bellerin, who heads it back to Tierney, and then back to Elneny. Chelsea pressing him, and he's forced to play it all the way back to goalkeeper Leno, who Arsenal will be happy to see in goal after seeing what their backup keeper have done. But Arsenal moving it well again. They've got it down the left with Martinelli driving towards the penalty area. Cuts back here, still in the penalty area. Swings the ball in, and Zouma was able to block it. And then in the end it comes out to Mason Mount, who's facing his own goal. N'Golo Kante, Zouma, who then smashes it up long for Chelsea. And Elneny headers it back forward. Arsenal look to build up on this early pressure, although Abraham in the end taking down the ball from the sky. And Chelsea have the ball here with Chilwell. And in the end, a little foul off of Saka from Chilwell. And a free kick for Chelsea. Make sure if you do enjoy the stream at any point during it to leave a like. That will mean a lot for us. And subscribe if you want more of these commentaries. We are back from what is a stream we haven't done since near enough the start of the season. As Chelsea take that free kick long, Abraham trying to take it down, but it was well won by Holding, and Bellerin picked up the loose ball and played it back towards Villa. He looks for Tierney, but his pass is slightly overhit. Tierney did well to keep it in, and now Smith Rowe's going to chase the loose ball here. Zouma picked it up, but he couldn't stop it from going out for a throw for Arsenal down the left-hand side. 4 minutes gone at the Emirates. It has been a bright start from Arsenal. They are the team with the only chance of the game so far. And Tierney's going to take this throw. Back to Xhaka. Tierney. Xhaka again down the left by the corner flag. Looks to swing a low ball in. Comes off of James again. And for the second time it will be an Arsenal corner. So the pressure continues as we approach the 5-minute mark. Saka's going to go out to the far side to deliver another ball into the box. Second corner for Arsenal, none for Chelsea. Chelsea not really getting themselves into the game so far. This one's played short. Here's Tierney. Back out towards Saka down the left. He gets a ball in. Zouma heads it away, and in the end, his header away came straight back off Lacazette. But luckily, Mendy was able to claim for Chelsea. And he rolls the ball out to Thiago Silva. As we're just getting our viewing of the game back up and running. Which should just take a minute. Sorry about this. But as we do get our viewing of the game back, make sure to put in the live chats your predictions of the game, of the seasons. Let us know what team you support. And we should get back with the commentary any second now, as we're just getting our viewing back up. I do apologise about this. back. I do apologise about that. We're 8 minutes in here at the Emirates. Hopefully that shouldn't happen again. Thank you all for staying. We are back with Chelsea on the ball down the right, with Mount trying to drive at Arsenal. Still Mason Mount, takes it past 2, knocks it to Werner, cut back towards Abraham inside the box, and good last ditch defending from Murray, the Arsenal centre-back. And in the end, Chelsea get the ball back. Here's Zouma. Thiago Silva. Now Chilwell down the left. And in the end, it comes off Saka for a Chelsea throw. Just trying to get our stream 100% working for you so we don't have any stoppages again. But we are 9 minutes in here at the Emirates. The throw goes back to Thiago Silva. Here's Zouma. To Mount. Zouma again. We're just not quite there at the moment with getting our viewing of the game back. Hopefully in about a minute and a half, we'll get it back fully working for the rest of the stream. It's back for now with Martinelli as we approach the 10-minute mark. He drives down the left, in the end gives the ball away, and here's James for Chelsea. Tammy Abraham. Down the right is Pulisic, who is forced to cut back by a lot of Arsenal defenders on the edge of their own box. Here's Kante. Thiago Silva. Here's Chilwell. Down the left now for Chelsea. They're by the halfway line with Thiago Silva again. He switches it down the right-hand side for Kovacic. His heavy touch nearly let him down. But Chelsea will keep the ball for now. Mount. Into Abraham on the edge of the box. His first touch is poor, but he manages to just about keep it. Mason Mount here. Out to Thiago Silva. James now down the right. Further out wide is Pulisic. Our viewing has just stopped again. So it is back. Chelsea on the ball 11 minutes in with Kurt Zouma. Hasn't stayed for very long. We are just trying to sort this out. Zouma on the ball again for Chelsea. N'Golo Kante. In towards Mount in the gap for Chelsea, trying to drive towards the penalty area. Sliding tackle by Xhaka, who didn't get the ball. Chelsea will get a free kick on the edge of the box and a good opening chance for them. They haven't created anything in the opening 11 minutes, but they might have an opportunity here. Was good play from Pulisic, driving at that Arsenal defence. It was in the end the sliding tackle from Xhaka, which was not won fairly, and Chelsea do have this free kick, which James, Mount and Chilwell are all eyeing up. It's a good position this for Chelsea. Going to attempt to get our viewing back one more time. We have got it back just in time for the free kick. Let's hope it doesn't cut out again before that. Looks like it's going to be Chilwell. Instead it's actually Mount, and it's a brilliant free kick, but it's just wide of the post. For a second it looks like, and I certainly thought it was in, just wide from Mason Mount. Brilliant free kick. Unlucky for Chelsea. I think it actually came off the post as I look at the replays. Oh, it did. So unlucky for Chelsea. That's their first chance of the game, but it stays 0-0 after 12 minutes. And Leno there now to take the free kick for Arsenal, or the goal kick I should say. Saka who brought it down. And now it's Tierney. Down the left, driving forwards, trying to help it on towards Martinelli, who's overlapping, and then in the end, he was chasing the back of Zuma, who had it covered, tripped him up, and Chelsea, will get a free kick. And I do apologise for these gaps in commentary. We're just trying to make sure we can get the viewing for you so we can commentate the whole way through. Our viewing just keeps on freezing every now and then. Here is James on the ball. Zuma. Thiago Silva. Out to Chilwell. Still Chilwell here for Chelsea. And then back to Thiago Silva again. And then all the way back to goalkeeper Mendy, who kicks it long. Down the right towards James. James picks it up well by the halfway line. In towards Kovacic. Back to James. There's a lot of men over towards the left-hand side for Chelsea. Though just as I say that, our viewing has stopped again, although it's back now with Mason Mount. Now Chilwell down the left. Chilwell's going to get the ball in. Holding should get to it, but he's giving it straight to Werner inside the area. His control let him down in the end. He's by the corner flag now for Chelsea. Bellerin is there with him, and I think he has won a throw there, Bellerin. He did really well for Arsenal. 15 minutes gone at the Emirates. And if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Usually they aren't as destructive as this with our viewing just cutting out. We are trying to get that permanently sorted for you as Arsenal have it with Xhaka. He spreads it down the left for Tierney, and there's a bit of an attack here going on for Arsenal. Still Tierney. In the end, he cuts back instead of looking for a forward pass, and in the end he passes it all the way back. Here's Xhaka though. Arsenal back in their own half. That's a good ball towards Tierney by the goal line. He's forced to hit it in first time. Saka's in the middle. Zuma towering up to win the header. And a good touch by Kovacic to try and get him in a way, and he is absolutely taken out by the halfway line by Murray, who will certainly be booked for that. Kovacic staying down. It was at full pace. He was always going to get there. Murray had to make the challenge to stop the Chelsea counter-attack, and Kovacic went absolutely flying, and Chelsea will get a free kick by the halfway line. There's the first yellow card of the game going to Arsenal's Murray. No, not a good tackle from the Arsenal man, but it's one he had to do. And as long as, from an Arsenal perspective, especially what's been going on over the last few weeks, as long as he doesn't get another one in this game, it would be a pretty good yellow card to take. But in the first place, it was brilliant control from Kovacic to get him away and start the counter-attack. Chelsea have a throw here down the right-hand side. The free kick was taken long and headed away. 16 minutes gone at the Emirates. So Chelsea just taking their time with the throw. And it's Zuma on the ball now, all the way back to Mendy. The Chelsea goalkeeper, who looks to have permanently taken the place of Kepa Arrizabalaga, who was, of course, struggling. Long ball up towards Abraham. Oh, and his headed down was just in front or behind of Timo Werner, who would have taken it. Abraham was fouled anyway by Murray. And Chelsea will get a free kick. It's just inside the Arsenal half by the halfway line. That certainly wasn't worthy of a yellow for Murray, unlike the first one, which was a clear one. And we've just, our viewing has just stopped again. But we're trying to get it back for you. It is back. Here's James. Driving down the right for Chelsea. A lot of Arsenal players back. Overlapping is Pulisic down the right. He's going to drive back towards James. Chance to get a ball in. And Holding just about did enough with his weak header away. But it just went in front of Werner. And Arsenal have possession. And in the end, they've won themselves a throw down the left, deep within their own half. As we're 17 or almost 18 minutes in here at the Emirates. Not too much happening. Martinelli had a good early chance for Arsenal, which he just scuffed his volley inside the area. Chelsea actually hit the post with a Mason Mount free kick. That was their best chance of the game, but not much apart from that for both sides. And, it's not quite what you would call the Big Six battle, which we usually consider with this game after everything that's gone on this season and, to be honest, last season. So the Big Six seems to be on its way out. Leicester being the significant side coming in towards those top 6 positions. They're second. Chelsea could go above Leicester with a win today. As Chelsea have it in the Arsenal half. Good tackle from Mari on Abraham. Xhaka picks it up. Good flick on towards Saka. In fact, it was just over him. And now Werner on the ball for Chelsea. Down the left, trying to look backwards, trying to get away from Saka, who stood his ground well and in the end forces Werner backwards to Thiago Silva. One player who you haven't seen much of so far for Arsenal was Lacazette, who's back in the side. I say that, he's just won it back for Arsenal and intercepted it. Here's El Neni. He tried to look forward and it was intercepted, and it's intercepted straight to Werner, who can run towards the penalty area. Taking on Holding 1-on-1. Gets it on his left foot. Good tackle by Holding. And in the end it goes behind for a Chelsea corner. And their first of the game. It was El Neni who tried to get the counter-attack going for Arsenal by kicking it long. It came straight off of a Chelsea man, straight into the path of Werner, who drive forward. He had Abraham up there with him. It was, in the end, I think a 2-on-2 at one point, but Werner was quite far out wide initially when he went onto the ball. And he'll have to settle for a Chelsea corner and their first of the game. 20 minutes gone at the Emirates. It was good defending from Holding. Chelsea have scored the most goals from corners this season in the Premier League with 8. And they'll look to add another one here as the ball goes in. Headed away by Holding, comes out to Werner. In the end, it's all the way back to Kante, looking to switch it back out towards Chilwell. Headed away, Werner will pick it up down the left-hand side. He plays it back towards Zuma. Zuma to Thiago Silva. And then back to Kante inside their own half, Chelsea, although a lot of players further forward. Kovacic in the centre circle, back to N'Golo Kante. And then Chilwell. Kante again, Chelsea happy just to sustain a bit of possession, although they've switched it down the right hand side looking for James. And then Saka won the header, although in fact James has won it back and swings the ball in towards Abraham, and a really good tackle from Murray to intercept it from going to Abraham at the last second, and it will go behind for a corner to Chelsea. "20 minutes gone, in fact just over 20 minutes gone. Our stream is, or our viewing of the game is still just cutting out every now and then. But we do have it here for the corner, which is going to be taken, I believe, by Mason Mount down at the far side. In it goes, the out swinger. Zuma rising, headed over the bar. No deflection on the way through, goal kick to Arsenal. Our viewing has just gone one more time, as we're just trying to get up another way of watching the game for ourselves so we can commentate for all of you. Thank you for sticking with us. So just give us maybe a minute and we should be back with more commentary. Struggling just to get it up at the moment. I'm just going to put the music up for a minute or so while we get our viewing of the game back on. We do have it back for now. Just hope it stays for long. I do apologise about this stop-start stream. 22 minutes in at the Emirates. And we are back with a Chelsea goal kick to be taken long. I'd imagine long with the way that Mendy is running up to it. Up it goes down the field at the Emirates. James couldn't really control it. It didn't go as far as I thought. It didn't even reach the halfway line. And James couldn't control Arsenal throw down the left-hand side, which which Tierney will go over to take. And he throws it towards Lacazette, but Kante intercepted, but he couldn't keep it for long, and out it goes for another throw. Arsenal's next 6 fixtures, we'll read them out to you. It's Brighton, West Brom, Palace, Newcastle, Southampton and Man United, but certainly the first 4 in that are very winnable games and very important games in the current situation. Arsenal win, but it doesn't look like they're 15th with the way they've started, especially the way they were in the opening 5 minutes or so with a chance from Martinelli. But neither side yet to have an attempt on target, as Arsenal have it in their own, or in the Chelsea half, as Xhaka trying to shield Abraham, who in the end fouled the Arsenal man. Arsenal get a free kick by the touchline, just right in front of Mikel Arteta, which is taken short, and it's Xhaka, Elneny, Bellerin with a misplaced pass. He completely hit it, and in the end it runs towards Thiago Silva. He's given it away, and then a challenge on Lacazette from Kante, and our stream is just frozen one more time as it looks to be an Arsenal attack, as it's Bellerin who picks it up inside the area, cuts it back towards Smith Rowe, who just couldn't get there, couldn't get a touch on it. Still a chance inside the area with Martinelli, who's cross shot across the goal. Who knows what it was? It came off a Chelsea man anyway and goes behind for an Arsenal corner, and again it is down that left hand side. But Chelsea causing their own problems there, giving it away inside their own half. It was N'Golo Kante of all people. Lacazette pounced, gave it to Bellerin, and in the end Arsenal will get a corner from it, which hopefully our viewing of it will be back for when the corner is taking place. 25 minutes gone at the Emirates, as Arsenal look to build the pressure which they did have in the opening 5 minutes. Of course, now that being 20 minutes ago. Corner has been headed away. We are back with our viewing of it, and it's down the left with Arsenal, although it was poor from Holding, and in the end it's going to break out to Werner. Well, in fact, he couldn't quite keep the ball up to him, couldn't quite keep it in play. We're just going through a rough patch in our viewing again. Hopefully it won't be too long until we have it back. And it is back now with Chelsea on the ball. Here is Zuma. Up to N'Golo Kante. Chilwell. And Mason Mount as our viewing stops once more. Oh, it is back 26 minutes in with an Arsenal throw, which Hector Bellerin is going to take. Kante wins it back though for Chelsea. And here's Chilwell. Good little interplay. Gets it towards Pulisic, who will look to drive down the left. He looked for Abraham further ahead, but it's intercepted by Arsenal. And now Mari's got it. Here's Tierney. It's just come out as Tierney released his pass. We'll let you know what happens as soon as we can. You can see on the bottom of your screen, whilst we can't see what's going on in the game, you can see the scores earlier today. 2-2 draw between Leicester and Manchester United. Another draw, but a goalless one between Fulham and Southampton, and Villa 3-0 winners over Crystal Palace. As our viewing of the game is back again, 27 minutes in. Though it's not staying with us for very long. And, it's back again with a view of Mikel Arteta, and it's going to be a Chelsea free kick as Mendy is outside his area ready to take. Chelsea have been very direct so far, especially with those sort of goal kicks and free kicks. Usually you see a lot of teams trying to play it out, but Chelsea not willing to do so. The long ball was won by Holding, and it's breaking out to Bellerin, who looks down the line for Saka, who couldn't get his control right, and in the end it runs through to Thiago Silva. And his long ball in the end went to no one, and then Mari won it back, got it back for Arsenal, heads it back towards Leno. Here's Holding, who was rolled out too. He looks down the line towards Lacazette. His touch let him down, but he's just about kept it in, Lacazette. Although his pass was pulled back towards Bellerin, deflected off of Bellerin for a throw down the left for Chelsea. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, wait for our viewing to come back again. And hopefully it will be the last time we have to wait. But can't promise on that. It is back, and I think it might be back with a corner for Chelsea. We just saw Abraham take a shot which was deflected. It has gone behind for a corner to Chelsea. Good place to return. Almost half an hour gone. They've all been from the same side for both teams. Mount with an outswinger. Oh, and a flick on towards the back post. I think it was from an Arsenal player. James looks to curl one, and it goes way over the bar for an Arsenal goal kick. Only the third attempt on goal for Chelsea. The best chance coming from Mason Mount as he struck the post from a free kick about 10 minutes into this one. As our pictures show a banner around the Arsenal Stadium showing the FA Cup victory in 2020. I'm sure how far away that seems for Arsenal now with the current situation they're in. It could be a big chance to make things better today if they are able to win against London rivals Chelsea. But Chelsea on the attack here with Pulisic down the left-hand side, trying to cut back in, gets it towards Mount on the edge of the box, who looks to hit one. In the end, it just swerved the wrong way as it curled away from the post and goes wide for an Arsenal goal kick again. As our initial stream keeps coming out, we're going to try and get back up one, especially for the second half. We'll make sure this is all sorted. That's in 15 minutes time as we are past the half an hour mark now. Leno goes long towards Bellerin, and in the end deflected off Mount and out for an Arsenal throw by the halfway line down the left. And a lot of pictures on the TV viewing being of Mikel Arteta. I'm sure there'll be a lot said about him throughout the course of this game from the commentators at the Emirates. Kante looks long towards Abraham, who couldn't win the header. In the end, it comes towards Saka. Now Smith Rowe driving towards the penalty area. Lays it down the left towards Martinelli. Tierney trying to cut one back as he was played in behind. But in the end, it comes off a Chelsea defender, I believe, Zuma. And behind for a corner to Arsenal. Again from that left-hand side. So again, I'd imagine it to be an outswinger. Not much has happened from the corners. There's been quite a lot of them for both sides. But Arsenal will have another one here. 32 minutes in. Again, it goes short from Arsenal. Tierney driving towards the goal line. Swings one in towards the back post. Murray didn't get a clean header on it. It goes behind him. Bellerin does well to keep it in play, though, to prevent the Chelsea throw. All the way back to Xhaka, his pass went. Good ball from Xhaka towards Tierney down the left. Chance to get a ball in. James staying with him. Tierney takes it past James. And he goes down in the area, and it's a penalty to Arsenal. Brilliant play from Tierney to take it past James initially, who panicked, tried to get the ball back, missed the ball, got the man. Tierney wins a penalty for Arsenal. And a chance for them to take the lead just past the half an hour mark. A clear penalty as James caught Tierney, who was in front of him on the back of his Achilles. And a chance from the spot for Arsenal. No Aubameyang on the pitch though this evening. So I wonder who will step up to take for the Gunners. And so we're hoping to get a clear viewing of the penalty when it is taken. Vieira was actually taking a look. It looked a clear penalty. Ooh, or was it? Maybe not. I thought I saw James catch Tierney on the Achilles. I'm not too sure he did. May have been a dive. I'm sure the referee, Mike Oliver, will be sent to look at it. It's Lacazette who's holding the ball, so if it is a penalty, it'll be him taking it. I'm just looking at it again. There was a little clip from Tierney. In fact, the main contact was when Tierney was already going down. Be an interesting one, this. I think they'll give it a penalty. I'm not 100% sure if it was. I think it may have been. It was... If I'm just looking at one more replay. The initial contact where Tierney first went down, there was none. However, as he was going down, that's where Reece James clipped him. And now it is a penalty for Arsenal. And a chance for them to take the lead through Lacazette after 33 minutes. And Lacazette scores. Arsenal take the lead. What a huge goal for them it is, despite it being from the spot. Coolly taken. He went right, sending Mendy the wrong way. 1-0 Arsenal at the Emirates. And we'll just update that for you on your screen. What a massive, massive goal for Arsenal. A lot's been made of